And Arun, the question then is, this comes on a day that Manish Sisodia only yesterday had said that CBI is now going to open his locker. They found nothing during the 14 hours raid that was conducted at his home last week, and now they'll go back disappointed. This is BJP's response to it. We'll try and listen to what Mr. Biduri of the BJP is saying. He's a member of parliament who's protesting outside Arvind Kejriwal's home. You can see the police barricade being present as well. Liquor gate, school gate. There are several controversies and scams that are now surrounding the Aam Aadmi Party government in the national capital. The CVC report, which was submitted, why wasn't it tabled in and action taken against on the basis of that report is the question that has been asked by the BJP repeatedly. So the BJP is continuing its protests, Arun, and we are seeing its press conference a day from the BJP side. They are continuing to say that the Aam Aadmi Party has much to explain. They have to come clean. But more than anything else, they also believe that it is Aam Aadmi Party's larger popularity in Delhi that they have to counter, and that can be done through these protests. Arun?
Well, see, Maria, if you take up the today's press conference of BJP, which was done by BJP MP Manoj Tiwari and their national spokesperson Shehzad Poonawala. So they were talking about the education scam and the liquor policy scam. These are the two issues which they talked about today in the press conference, where they said that even when we talk about the liquor scam, there is another scam which is coming to light, is the education scheme. And therefore, the details which they gave in this regard, they were saying that the schools which Aam Aadmi Party claims in Delhi they have built are the temporary structures. They in fact cited the example of a school yesterday where a fan fell on a student who's in the hospital now as we speak. And in fact, we had seen day before yesterday a press conference of Manish Sisodia where he was blaming the central government working in connivance with the private school owners to close down the government school. He also gave a data where he said that 72,000 schools, government schools, were closed by the central government, and alone Uttar Pradesh government has closed 27,000 schools. That's the data which Aam Aadmi Party and Manish Sisodia have given. They are saying that BJP government is really not able to digest the popularity of Aam Aadmi Party, the way they are functioning, the way they are managing government schools in Delhi, the way they have reshaped the government schools in Delhi. That is something which is worrying the BJP, and therefore they are raising these issues. In fact, he was very specifically asking that CBI raided his house, why there is no update from the CBI side till today, what they have in fact got from the house of Manish Sisodia. So Aam Aadmi Party is also not keeping their punches back. Wherever they are getting the opportunity, they are hitting back at BJP. BJP is very much specific. We are seeing two or three press conferences on daily basis, repeatedly asking questions on liquor policy from the Aam Aadmi Party, and also simultaneously raising the question on the CVC report which has been submitted to the Delhi government, where no report submitted or further approval given by the Delhi government's department in that regard. So BJP is also mounting pressure on Aam Aadmi Party, and therefore we had seen this protest at Arvind Kejriwal's residence from all BJP MLAs of Delhi, and also their member of parliament Ramesh Biduri.
Yes, and these protests being carried out by the BJP. Is the BJP looking at more such protests? Because now it looks like that Mr. Biduri is climbing up on that barricade. They'll be trying to break the barricade, and the sense is certainly that. And the BJP will be continuing to hold these protests in several parts of the national capital. They are also upping their ante in Gujarat, where the opposition space increasingly is being occupied by the Aam Aadmi Party, also in the state of Himachal. Remember, Aam Aadmi Party has been saying that the reason why Satyendra Jain has been targeted and he has been behind bars is because he was Himachal in charge of the Aam Aadmi Party and election in charge. And remember, Himachal and Gujarat go to polls later this year. Let's listen in to what's happening on the ground.
संघर्ष करेंगे तभी हमारा संघर्ष फलीभूत है भैया। विदुड़ी के संघर्ष करने को सुनाने वाला है। दिल्ली के 2 करोड़ लोगों को संघर्ष करना पड़ेगा। इसीलिए हम सब लोग लाइन से महात्मा गांधी की समाधि की तरफ कूच करेंगे। हमारे विधायक वो हमारे साथ होंगे। जो लोग थोड़े से ओल्ड एज हैं, चलने में सक्षम नहीं है, वो गाड़ियों को पीछे पीछे काफिले में लेकर आएंगे। अपनी अपनी गाड़ियों को बसों में जो है वो बसों से बोल देंगे कि वो लोग राजघाट महात्मा गांधी की समाधि की तरफ कूच करेंगे। हम सब लोग, मैं पूरे एक बार आपके संघर्ष के लिए, मुझे लगता है एसएचओ साहब, एसीपी साहब से ही अब आने वाले प्रदर्शन में हमें झगड़ना पड़ेगा। आप भी शामिल हो इस शराब नीति में, इसका मतलब कहीं ना कहीं कहाँ जाना है हमने, कहाँ जाना है, महात्मा बापू जी की समाधि पर जाना है।